nakikinig, luma ng araw ng walhaging pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling ko. Ang bigaya ng pagkay mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all the respected dignitaries, distinguished speakers, honorable participants, loving audience, and all beautiful people present here from all around the globe. I, Ms. Nada Ratkovic, IIU Board Member, Country Director, IIU Croatia, the President of Research Center, IIU, welcome you all to the International Conference on World Teachers' Day 2022. The event, in collaboration between International Internship University, IIU Research Center, and International Human Rights Movement Philippines. The topic, the transformation of education, begins with the teacher. First, we want to congratulate the Happy Teachers' Day to all teachers around the world. And today we are here on this great IIU stage with our collaborator, International Human Rights Movement Philippines. And we are really proud to have a big celebration of these days. First, I want to present our organizer, International Internship University, a leading virtual education system, a global brand confederation, which is the most valuable and trusted worldwide and well-reputed in delivering innovative programs. Globally, it is a trusted name for quality training programs, is committed to provide better and virtual education to all the young learners of the globe. IIU is metamorphosing the conventional education system by cutting down the additional costs, providing access to more than 1,000 plus courses, internships to their e-learners across the globe, with the help of its 1,000 plus global educators. In a short span of time, IIU has spread its wings in 195 countries, 6 continents, under the strong leadership of its visionary founder, Mr. Piyush Pandit Sir, a committed and inspiring social activist, a passionate educationist from the last 2 decades, providing education to students from various social and cultural backgrounds. IIU has formed its 4 councils, namely Women Entrepreneurs Council, Student Development Council, Youth Development Council, Councils of Educators, and the main objective behind the councils is to provide support in every respect to the students, to the youth, to the women, entrepreneurs, and educators. IIU is coming every day with a new events, education project, and you are all invited to be a part of it. So be the change with IIU. Now, it's my honor to present our collaborator, the International Human Rights Movement. So the mission statement of the International Human Rights Movement is working to strengthen and support all nations' capacity to engage in sustainable development through educational access, relief programs, ecological, bioethical reflections, actions, while taking into consideration the traditional, social, cultural values of each nation. The main objectives of the International Human Rights Movement are the service of humanity without caste, color, and creed, the struggle against the violation of the human rights, bloodshed, and terrorism, to provide services for the noble cause of maintaining peace, disputes between the nations, groups, individuals, and organizations, to set up the seminars, conferences, international issues of human rights, peace, democracy, education, health, child labor, women's rights, against terrorism, narcotics, drugs, trafficking. To data in cooperation with local organizations, the IHRM has carried out humanitarian aid for over the several thousand people around the world. Through hundreds of our active volunteers associated, specially monitoring mission, they are very active in all corners of the world, running humanitarian aid programs, raising awareness, protecting human rights, monitoring local social and political situations. Here is the art of three, they have their statute, but I will not read the whole statute. We have here an amazing personality. We have here a country director of Philippines of the International Human Rights Movement. So it is my honor first to call our great Dr. Frolian D. Mobo. Dr. Frolian, the stage is yours. Welcome.
Good evening, and thank you for that warm introduction. So, the role of the teacher plays an important role in the classroom because they guide all of us down to the right path. It is not easy to become a teacher. It takes a lot of patience and dedication, and no amount of money can buy that prestige. I would like to express my sincere congratulations to all the teachers who are patiently teaching and guiding us. And I am so proud to have been a teacher for almost 20 years because I was able to impart that knowledge and wisdom I have to my students. And I'm proud to say that they are now working as a professional person. So I would like to say that Happy World Teachers Day from the International Human Rights Movement Philippines. And mabuhay.
Thank you, Dr. Frolian. Thank you for your speech and for your introduction. I will also want to present here my master of the ceremony. I have here with me an amazing student. He's coming from Romania. He is Mikhail Stanescu. So today he will be here with me on this big International Education World Teachers Day. Yes, it is very important. You know, we are here all educators. That is our mission. We like this job. For us, it is the best. It is the best job on the world. Yes, and we are serving for the humanity because we are educating the students, the youth, the all to have a bright future. Because today, even with knowledge, without knowledge, you cannot do nothing. So, Michael, what is next? Who we have today with us? We have a great international humanitarian. What? From where are they coming? From Philippines. An amazing, beautiful country with a lot of educators. You know, I can say that each one I know, they all have a prefix doctor. They are all doctors. Today with us, amazing doctors from the universities of the Philippines. And they are educators and they are working and serving for humanity. So Michael, I will start with our first guest speaker. Our great first guest speaker is coming from the Philippines. She is amazing, Dr. Myla. Dr. Myla M. Arkinaz. She's an associate professor on the DLSU, and she's a Secretary General of International Human Rights Movement from the Philippines. Welcome, respected Dr. Myla.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Okay, good day.
Good day.
Good luck.
Happy
Welcome.
Teachers Day to everyone. Okay, so before I start, okay, I would like to express my gratitude, okay, to IIU, okay, and of course IHMR Philippines, okay, for inviting me to be part, okay, of this conference, the International Conference on World Teachers Day 2022, with the theme Transformation of Education Begins with the Teachers, okay, for inviting me to be one of the resource persons for this event. So let me share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, but you can put a full screen.
Okay.
Now, okay, it is
Okay,
okay.
is it
Dr.
clear?
Yes, it is great. You can start.
Okay, so thank you very much. So let me introduce myself first. Okay, I am Dr. Myla Arsinas from the Philippines. I am a Filipino teacher. I am an associate professor, a permanent faculty of the De La Salle University. But while I am teaching at the De La Salle University, I also teach, okay, at the University of the Philippines Open University. So I'm actually a faculty, okay, of two top universities, okay, in the Philippines. And I also serve as the Secretary General and the Woman Ambassador of the IHRM Philippines. Okay, so I will present, okay, my topic in three parts. Okay, the first part will look into the start, okay, of the World Teachers Day and present the goals. Second part will look into the celebration of the World Teachers Day 2022, and part three, okay, is for me to share. Let me share my journey, okay, as a teacher for 3 decades now. Now, let me proceed, okay, to the first part of my talk, presenting to you how the World Teachers Day commenced, okay, and of course, its goal. October 5, okay, was recognized as the World Teachers Day by UNESCO in 1994 with the aim of honoring the adoption of UNESCO and ILO recommendations. So this was part of the intergovernmental conference convened by UNESCO in Paris that recognized the status of teachers in cooperation with the International Labor Organization, or the ILO, with the aim to give appreciation, okay, to teachers of the world, particularly their contribution towards the learning of our students. It also addressed issues related to teachers and, of course, teaching, the assessment, and of course, the changes needed, support needed by teachers of the world. While it was primarily launched with the motive of promoting help, okay, to our teachers and creating awareness about the importance of teachers to meet the needs of the future generations. The second reason to celebrate, okay, the World Teachers Day is to support the calling on countries to invest in them and prioritize them to achieve quality global education. We are all aware of, okay, of the SDGs, and of course, SDG number 4. The for Sustainable Development is a plan of action for people, planet, and prosperity, consisting of 17 goals with the fourth goal, SDG 4, devoted to education. So it aims to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. SDG 4 has 7 outcome targets presented in this slide. So I won't discuss each one of them, okay? And I want also for us to be reminded of the 3 target means implementation for SDG number 4. So SDG 4 has 3 implementation targets. And at 4C, okay, specifically focusing on teachers and educators. So the United Nations targets that by 2030, there will be substantial increase in the supply of qualified teachers, including international cooperation, support for teachers training, especially the least developed countries and small island states. As with more than 16 million teachers in the World Bank reported that about a third, or about more than 5 million, of the teachers' population in low and middle income countries need more support to receive resources and quality trainings for them to provide quality education to students. Achieving the goal of SDG number 4 and reaching its targets may not be easy. But of course, collaborative effort, would be needed for us to be able to create huge impact in 2030. So teachers, let us all support SDG 4 and be change makers, to create better world not only for the young, but for a better quality of life for everyone. Okay, now let me proceed, to the part 2 of my talk. So celebration 2022, for the World Teachers Day. Today, as we all know, is the World Teachers Day and is being celebrated in about 100 nations, around the globe. For this year, 2022, UNESCO chose the theme, "The transformation of education begins with teachers," which is also the theme of this conference, to honor teachers' determined and diligent efforts during critical crisis of the COVID-19. Every year, World Teachers Day serves as a reminder for the crucial role played by teachers in achieving quality, inclusive education for all. In light of the difficulties teachers have during the COVID-19 pandemic, the significance of this World's Teachers Day celebration is amplified. So as pandemic has demonstrated, the teachers play a crucial role in ensuring that learning can continue and promote the mental health and well-being of the students. So due to COVID-19, school closures have affected more than 90% of the world's total student population, or approximately 1.6 billion students. So in addition to affecting over 63 million educators, the COVID-19 pandemic has revealed pervasive weaknesses in numerous education system and shown inequalities with devastating consequences for the most marginalized. As they have done so often, of course, teachers demonstrated exceptional leadership and creativity during this COVID-19 pandemic, this crisis, to ensure that no students will be left behind. So individually and collectively, we teachers have worked to find solutions and create new learning environment in terms of supporting the learning of our students. So teachers' role in this time of pandemic couldn't be undermined. And of course, UNICEF have recognized this and reiterated that all teachers should be equipped with the digital and pedagogical skills necessary to teach remotely, online, and through blended or hybrid learning, whether in high or no-tech environments. So governments must ensure that digital infrastructure and connectivity are available everywhere, including in rural and remote areas. In the Philippines, under Proclamation number 242, instead of celebrating it for just a day, we celebrate it for a month. So the celebration of the 2022 National Teachers Month formally began September 5, and of course, it will end today, October 5, with the theme, Purong Filipino, Dangal ng Sambayanang Pilipino. So this translates to Filipino teachers, pride of the Filipino nation, which aims to honor the greatness and dedication of teachers in assisting Filipino youth to achieve their dreams. So today, October 5, as a way of recognizing the Filipino teachers, all the 900,000 Filipino teachers are given 1,000 peso incentive. May not be big, but a way of recognizing efforts of the teacher. So we have this World Teachers Day incentive. And now, the last part of my talk, just a very short sharing, of my journey as a teacher. I started teaching at a young age, at the age of 20, immediately after graduation, when my chair, of the Department of Social Sciences in the University of Los Baños invited me to be part of the roster of faculty. So I taught at UP Los Baños from 1990 to 1996, and then I moved to UP Manila in 1997 to 1998. So I was also teaching, okay, part-time at the De La Salle University then, which later on invited me, okay, to be part of their teaching roster in 1998. So 1999, okay, I become a full-time, okay, faculty and permanent faculty of the De La Salle University. So while at the LSU, I got an invitation, okay, from the University of the Philippines Open University in 2013 to serve likewise as an affiliate faculty. So again, okay, going back to my alma mater, okay, as a faculty. So I got the permission of the LSU as there is an existing, okay, memorandum of understanding between the three biggest universities in the Philippines to share faculty when needed. So it is now my 31st year, 3 decades, okay, of being a teacher, and I am a proud teacher. Okay, I hope that in my own little ways, I was able to contribute to the lives, okay, of my students and of course others. So on top, okay, you will see my university, okay, the De La Salle University. And then on the upper left, okay, second to the left, you would see our brother president, so Brother Oka. Okay, and then of course below, okay, this is my unit, my department, okay, which I headed from 2016 to 2020, okay, before I occupied the position of the assistant dean for external affairs from 2020 to 2022. Okay, so being at the De La Salle for about 25 years now, okay, I would say I am proud, okay, to say that I am a Lasallian. And being a teacher has a lot of challenges and opportunities. But as we always say in La Salle, I hope to influence my students to be better citizens and change makers. Okay, and to end my talk, okay, let me share at the LSU, we teach minds, okay, touch hearts, and transform lives. Once again, this is Dr. Myla Ercinas, a proud teacher from the Philippines, and to all teachers, happy World Teachers Day to all of us. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Great, Dr. Myla. It was amazing. Really, you are transforming the education. Each one day, 31 years, you say. What to say about you, like an academician, like a researcher, like a science, and working also for humanity in this humanitarian organization, and really, really awesome and brilliant. Each one word is sufficient if I say for you. Mikhail, like a student, please, what you say for this amazing professor? You know, today, a Teacher's Day, a heart, big heart, a heart full of love for the education, for the students. Do you have a professor on your university like this, like our great Dr. Myla? Please, Mikhail.
Hello, everyone. Congratulations for your interesting presentation. And about the question, to be honest, I don't know exactly if we have the same. Maybe Miss Mila can be better, in my opinion, because
Miss
I
Myla,
saw you-
Miss Myla.
Yes,
No,
Miss
Myla,
Myla.
Myla.
And one interesting point.
Yes.
I saw that you teach about behaviors and sociology. I think it's a
Yes.
very hard point to teach because it's about human and interaction. And for this, I want to
Yes.
congratulations because I think
Thank
you should
you.
have a lot of social skills for people to understand all of this point. And for this, I want to congratulate. And also 21st years, for me, it's a long, long time.
Yeah.
Dr. Myla, I need to say something today. You know, Mikhail is a brilliant student. I choose them because he's brilliant. He's getting so many gold medals on the competition.
Wow.
So he needs a big clap because today, and who gives him the knowledge? We, the teachers, we are. So Michael, you need to be grateful for each one professor. Am I right?
Very right. This is the main point of this competition. Let's say.
As they always say, students are reflections of their teachers.
Yes, great, great. Dr.
Yes,
Myla, Dr. Myla needs a big, big clap. So I want to say before we start and go to our next great speaker academician, today we have here we have primary school, we have high school, we have university, we have a student, we have all presents from our education system. So this conference today will be amazing. A great start today with our amazing Dr. Myla. So let's move forward. Let's move forward. And we are still on the Philippines. We are still on the Philippines. And from Philippines is coming also a professor Dr. Victoria P. Valenzuela. She's coming from the Bulacan State University. She's an auditor. She is also here a big personality working for humanity at the international human rights movements. And I have a big CV from each one here today. Our educator, they are amazing. They are working whole day, researchers. I can start to read now and I will not finish till tomorrow if I want to read all about this professors here. But you know, tomorrow we are starting with something new. Tomorrow we are starting with a great new event, IIU Research Center and Research Storytelling. So this all amazing academicians will have an opportunity to have an hour of stories. They will tell us their stories, so we will know. Maybe somebody don't know how to be a good researcher. So from tomorrow, also be with us something new, a storytelling, a art of storytelling with IIU Research Center and with me, Nada Ratkovic. So let's move forward. Professor, you can start. Do you hear me?
Yes. Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Thank you for inviting me as one of the speakers in this evening event. And I am so grateful to have you in this particular webinar and conference. And I would like to share my PowerPoint presentation. This is part of our. Yes, can you hear me and can you see my presentation?
We see your presentation. Yes, it is a full mode. It is good now.
Okay.
You can start.
Yeah, I'd like to is the World's Teachers Day 2022. The transformation of education begins with teachers. And this is very true, you know. We have these teachers to be part of change maker, agent of. To start with, we have education. It's simply the soul of a society as it passes from one generation to another. And education also is the passport of the future for tomorrow's and those who prepare for it. The education is the most powerful weapon which you can have this change and change the world. And this is according to President Nelson Mandela, the President of Africa. here, what does it take to transform education? Transforming education requires more teachers, and it is not just for quantity. Qualified teachers are key to quality education according to UNESCO. But how? According to UNESCO 2022, the transformation begins with number one, improvement of teachers' working conditions, adequate financing to ensure the achievement of the global targets, a whole of government approach to improving conditions for fostering innovation and financing education as a public wish to supply qualified teachers and make quality for workforce sustainable. And we have also teachers are at the center of every education system. As Dr. said, so the teachers are the brain, are really the leaders of the nations. And as the world leaders come together to focus on education to transform education. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, but I hear also like a wind. Wind is blowing.
Okay, yeah.
You
That's
have
why.
some kind of wind in your house.
Okay, world leaders will address 5 critical areas here. Number 1 is equitable, safe, and healthy schools. Number 2 is learning and skills for life, work, and sustainable development. And also we have this another for these teachers that have this profession. For number 4, digital learning. Number 5, international education financing. That the world leaders will address 5 critical areas. And we also in the Philippines, we need to address these 5 critical areas. In the transformation of education also begins when actively participate the teachers in social dialogue, decision-making, processes, and policies, and they need to be heard from their classroom to policy level. Another is the teachers where you have something extraordinary, you'll find this, no? The greater teacher in doing their job, the teachers that be focused, no, on the job, the duties and responsibilities. And also we have this according to UNESCO 2022, teachers have been facing the reality of constant adaptation in uncertain contexts. Poor working conditions, lack of recognition, and low salaries are among the challenges teachers have been experiencing. The global crisis worsened these challenges and revealed that education systems were not prepared to support teachers not only in remote learning, but also in their social emotional well-being to ensure that learning stop. That's why all teachers have these different problems. As you can see, the passion that makes learning, the teachers that have this quality education even amidst pandemic, work at home and have this online. Another is teaching beyond borders. Educators go extra miles for their students and made sure to rethink of innovative and strategies relevant to their student needs. We have also, according to Albert Einstein, it is the supreme art of teacher to awaken joy in creative expression and knowledge. October 5, today, to celebrate how teachers, education, professors are transforming education, but also to reflect the support they need to fully deploy their talent and vocation and to rethink the way ahead to the profession globally. Even now, the education of attention would be the education par excellence, according to William James. And here, the resilient and mindful teachers amidst COVID-19 pandemic is the focus of my study. The resilient will give you exactly what teachers need for positive transformation of learners with intelligence, confidence, and heart. And that's actually of the meaning of resilience. Another is being mindful means present in this moment, after moment, rather than daydreaming, ruminating, and or distracted. The key is to be mindful with as much as shown, lower stress, health, and lifts mood. That's why in resilient mindful learner goals, teachers learn to manage personal and professional stress and enhance their resilience. Learn to promote students' resiliency and teach students self-management skills and mindful awareness. We also teachers be mindful of everything that we do. And to be more resilient is also to be more mindful. And a community of learners for collegial support and sharing professional practices serves as demonstration teachers for their school site to introduce and promote practice to colleagues. Another is the resilient mindful learner approach wherein we could have about mental and physical health matters, teach students needed life skills, reduce stress as barrier to learning, age appropriate, promising, and evidence-based practices. We have also learned relaxation practices, mindfulness, one type of practice, build resilience, integrate into classroom management routines, enhance self-regulation and impulse control. And as you can see here, we have all needs as teachers. And there are three basic needs. These are safety, satisfaction, and connection. If we were not met, it's natural to feel stressed, worried, frustrated, and hurt, and to experience less well-being. But as we become more resilient, we are more able to meet our needs. In the face of life's challenges, greater well-being is the result. That's why every human, like these three basic needs, according to Ricky Hanson, written in his book Resilience. We have safety, satisfaction, and connection. And as you can see here, safety by shelter. Satisfaction by getting high salary and by getting food. Another is connection by bonding with others. And actually, there is a significant relationship between techniques and resilience in school teachers. Mindfulness can help school teachers create safe, effective, and nurturing classrooms. And the use of mindfulness consistently creates an opportunity for high school teachers, all teachers to develop their resilience. As we all know, we meet our needs in four major these ways. Recognizing what's true, resourcing ourselves, regulating thoughts, feelings, and actions, and relating skillfully to others and the wider. We have also here, we met our needs in four major ways by recognizing. As part of this recognizing for safety, satisfaction, and connection, we have compassion, mindfulness, and learning. About resourcing, we have the grit, gratitude, and confidence. For our regulating, calm, motivation, intimacy as part of this in order to meet our needs in these four major ways. I'd like to share with you the Philippine national hero, Dr. Jose Rizal. He once said, without education and liberty, which are the soil and the son of man, no reform is possible. No measure can the result desired. Today is Happy World Teachers Day, October. So happy Teachers Day to everyone. Rizal as a teacher is also a visionary, and his vision is not only himself, but for his countrymen. He saw to it that learning should be adaptable to the need of the actual life of the people. That's why I also wanted to share my son's message about Teachers Day. He said, Happy Teachers Day to all the teachers there, most especially to my mom, the best teacher in my life, because he taught me and learned me to make sacrifices, correct and live the fullest. So that's why this message, for whatever it is that you have done as a wife, as a mom, and as a career, and perfect example of saying that time for everything. With God's perfect timing, everything is possible. Happy Teacher's Day, Mama. I love you. So this is one thing that we could really appreciate, to be grateful and blessed with our family members. So as far as this, Happy Teacher's Day, everyone. Happy Teacher's Day to all. Thank you for listening. Hope you've learned a lot from this. And I thank God for this opportunity to be part of this and IHRM Philippines. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Really? What to say? What to say to our great Dr. Victoria? An amazing presentation. I will repeat again, the transformation of education begins with the teachers. And you have a very insightful and informative presentation and speech. I like the part where you show us where the world leaders will address what are the three critical areas for the safe, for the healthy schools, for the teachers, for the teaching profession, for the learners, for the skill. Also the part of the resilient. Yes, resilient is giving us exactly that what we want, and that is the ability. That is the ability that we need to adopt it on the faces of the change. We need that transformation of learners, and we are witnessing that each one day. Today, what we know tomorrow is already told. So intelligence, confidence, and heart, as you say. Great resilient mindful learner approach and how to connect without the bondings. You great explain us what is recognizing, researching, regulating relations. You introduce us a great Philippine educator, uh, Rizal. So what he say, without education, there is no liberty. Yes, that is true. And for the end, this letter and this message from your son. Yes, you are the best teacher and the best mother for your child and also for your students. A big, big, big clap for you. Really honored to have you, really honored to have this great collaboration with IHRM, and I hope that we will repeat it very soon. So, my Michael, what you say for Professor Victoria, please?
Okay, first of all, congratulations for your presentation. It was very interesting, and I make some notes about this. One of them is about advices that you give for us. It's very interesting about resilient, mindful learner approach. For me, it's very important to have a research. And also I saw something very original because, okay, today is Teachers' Day, but it's not only teachers from school or university, it's people who teach you, also my parents, my brothers, or something like that. And I think it's very important to get this point, that today is very important to show who make us to learn something very important for us. And for congratulations for this original view. For me, it's a new view. Thank you very much
Thank you so
for this
much.
Michael,
perspective.
yes, you recognize this. This is like a mother, like an educator, our parents. You know, today with our parents, they're playing a crucial
From
role.
there, we learn the first advices
Yes,
from the
first
parents.
advices. Yes, great, great,
Thank you
great,
so
great.
much.
Congratulations again.
Yes, you see, two amazing educators started our event. So let's see how will we continue. Let's see how will we continue with who is coming now. Now we have an educationist from United Arabian Emirates. She is Dr. Servidia Sukumar. Yes, she is a great educator, and we are really honored to have you with us, Dr. Servidia. Welcome. And I hope that we will hear now something new about your book because she writes a lot. She has so many new things to share with us. Welcome.
Well, good evening, and for some of you, it is good evening and good afternoon, and some maybe it is good morning. Well, it's so happy to see you all on this great day of World Teachers' Day. With my humble guest, I would like to dedicate this bouquet to each and every one of the teacher who is present there. Thank you so much. It's with a lot of love, and we are just connected here. That's the word that I'm going to stress on throughout my topic, that how to make connections. So let's make the connection with this sweet bouquet over there on the World Teachers' Day. Thank you, Ms. Nara. Thanks for giving this opportunity. Big thanks to Mr. Piyush Pandit, who was given this opportunity once again, and the whole team of IIU for doing such a fabulous job, such a wonderful job, such a stupendous job, just making it alive over there and appreciating all teachers on this great day of World Teachers' Day.
Can I say something before you start today? Dr. Srividyava, you are beautiful always, but today with that flowers, your eyes are shining. Your
right.
eyes are shining. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I was there when Dr. Myla was sharing her insights from UNESCO's education policy. That was too good. And with the mention about the transformation of education begins with the teachers. Yes, it does too. And many thanks to her for her valuable insights that she has shared on this platform. Very informative. Thank you, Dr. Myla. Moving ahead, Dr. Victoria was no way less and from Philippines, and she was kind enough to talk about resilience education, equity education, inclusive education, and finally, what touched my heart was making connection. That is a very, very, very important thing for a teacher who is going to develop that bonding. If you're a teacher, the first and foremost thing is to connect to your students. That's very, very important. And she did mention about the last part of it, towards the last part of it, like about talking about parents are the first one who are our first teachers. So with that note, from my country, India, and of course not from the Oriental language of Sanskrit, I would like to share a small quote. It is that Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Aditi Devo Bhava. Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Atiti Devo Bhava. That means honor thy mother as God, honor that father as God, honor thy teacher as God, honor thy guest as God. That means our parents are our first teachers. How many of you, I think most of you will agree and understand with me on the same platform, the same line. The evolution of the teaching doesn't happen as and when the child is born. It happens, it starts from the womb of the child. The mother is the one who starts teaching the child, and the child starts learning everything from the mother. So she is the first connection. She is the best teacher. She is the first and foremost teacher for the child. And of course, as they are born, and we just encourage the child, and as parents, we cherish each and every moment of the child growing and evolving, as from the date of birth and being a toddler, and then growing up in the childhood, and then we move on. So parents are definitely our first teachers. Then comes what is very most important is that making connection through and through and through, and the connection that we just relish with the child, or we connect with the child to bring in a transformation, to bring in an evolution from the child's point of it, and then it moves on as the child grows, how the child is able to contribute to the community. That's what is the thing education is all about. Hope you all will agree with me. As you know, etymologically, the education is a word that is derived from the Latin word educatio, educatio, educatio. That means a breeding, a bringing up, a rearing up. So it's definitely starts from the parents. And educate means I educate, I train, which I related to the homonym of educo. That means later on, I lead forward, I lead forth, I take out, I raise up, I erect, I contribute, and such that I lead to bring in a transformation. So education is a process starting from the womb to throughout our life. So definitely going back to the quote that I said, be one whom mother is a God, be the one whose father is a God, be the one whose teacher is a God, be the one where the guest is a God. That means you are living in the heart of the student forever in your life. Even if one day you're going to teach the student, the teacher is making such an impact, such a connection with the child that she stays forever, forever. Hope you all will agree with me, the story of Teddy and Mrs. Thompson, which everybody knows. I'm going to conclude my speech with that video. If time permits, I'll share the video. Before that, moving ahead, what the teachers can do, that's what I'm going to talk about. As I told you very clearly, my thing is, it's not like the way teachers contribute. Well, we are all in the same profession. We all very well know exactly what is required from the teacher's point of view. It is that the main key thing is that the connection that the teacher establishes between the student for a successful learning process. The parents and the teachers are realists of the godly position and get induced the spiritual energy and shower over the children as a blessing and applicative spiritual energy that they carry positive throughout their life with all positivity. And it makes a solid bond between the parent, teacher, and the student as a rational and the relational dimensions of deities and devotees. It induces a progressive respect and love in the children for the parents and the teachers. And it even makes the parents re-establish the respect and the love with the parents that they were fact of ignoring before. So mother and father are the first prime teachers, and then follows the teacher who is actually in the classroom situation, who takes it forward, and we are the guest who lives on the hearts of the children forever, such that they are with us and they follow our teachings and they follow exactly whatever we say and they carry it forward. And being in this noble profession of teaching, as we all agree, teaching is conceptual, intellectual, abstract, concrete, creative, and sequential. It's about people, but framed through ideas. It's about content through hearts and minds and the past, and connecting the past, present, and the future, such that we can imagine teaching and learning both has causes and effects. So hope you all agree with me. So education is not just filling a pot or lighting a fire, but we reflect lives such that it illuminates the whole place, it illuminates self, and it illuminates the whole place, the whole environment, such that to bring, as I've always mentioned, it is a process of leading from unknown to the known. So definitely it is a process. Teaching is not a lost art, but a regard for its lost tradition. A teacher is the one who makes progressively and unnecessary. So that means he focus on exactly what is required, what is good for the child, and he teaches only the good things, exactly what is required. So if I'm not a teacher, I'm just not a teacher, but I am an awakener who brings a change, who brings a transformation such that I'm able to relate to myself and for the change. I'm responsible for the change that I bring it. So I never teach my pupil. I only attempt to provide the conditions in which they learn. That means I'm only a facilitator. I create the environment for them such that they themselves take the responsibility of their own learning and they learn. Teaching is the highest form of understanding. When you make connection, what is very, very important is as a teacher, we need to understand our students much, much better. That's the basic thing. That's the basic thing which is required for the teaching. When actually one teaches to learn, the teacher also learns. She learns about the student very well, and she learns about the new ways of teaching. And of course, the student also learn. So a teacher doesn't know where her influences stops. The teacher affects eternity. He or she can never says that my influence stop here. It is forever for the life, and it is for the whole life as it applies. So yes, moving ahead, as I talked more about the connection between the student of the teacher and the student, with the boss of the day, Ms. Nada's permission, if I can share my screen, I would like to dedicate this video of Teddy and Mrs. Thompson to all our viewers and the most respectable teachers of the globe. Yes, Ms.
Yes, you
Nada, can you go
can,
ahead?
of course. Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Who can say to you no? Nobody. I think
Right.
that there is no one man or woman on the world who can say to you no.
All right. Yeah, I think I'm here. Is it happening? No. All right. Okay.
It's
There we are.
coming. Yeah. Now we see your WhatsApp or Facebook. What is this? No. Please move that.
Hope it plays. Yeah, it does.
No, no, no. We still
There we
see your WhatsApp.
Oh,
It is
you're
playing,
not seeing
but
the
we
video?
don't see the video. We see your WhatsApp. Okay.
Okay, 1 minute.
Get out from the WhatsApp and then you can share. I also move all from my laptop because
Okay, let me try sharing one more time.
okay.
Are you able to see? Yes, dear, are you able to see that?
We don't see nothing. You didn't start now share a screen again. Share.
Okay. Yes, here we go. I think I should be through now.
Yes, yes, we see now.
So we start from here. So I dedicate this video to all teachers across the globe, please.
Was a school teacher. At the start of each school year, say to her students, I have no favorites, and I treat you all the same. Of course, she wasn't being entirely honest. Teachers do have favorites, and what's worse, some teachers have students that they simply don't like. And Teddy Stallard was one such student.
We're not able to hear the audio.
With us today. You should have like that. Nicholas, Dan, and Benjamin. Very intelligent person. She loves to be smart like us. I don't feel a lot way to be able to get service right. But the TV's no space. I do want to get it to work. And Tom's going to take a school teacher. Oh, hello. That is new. Well, I handed out some lectures this morning for a first night coming up. I was calling to see whether you could come or not. Just a minute. Eddie! Did you get a letter about parents' evening? I'll bring it through. Sorry, I can't find it. Lovely. Be okay. Yeah. See you then. Okay, bye. We're organized. Oh, hey, Mara. Didn't think you'd be around at this time. Are you expecting it? It was sweet. Go ahead. Thank you. Okay. That's Eddie. Well, Tom's skills you have, please. Okay. No problem. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you. And sorry it took longer, I think, longer than the time. And my apologies to Ms. Nada if I've taken extra time. But that very moment of the teacher applying that perfume from the owner perfume bottle has really changed the life of Teddy. And that's where we teachers are. We are going to reflect lives. We are going to help them out, come out of the problems as such. And I once again dedicate this book. On that note, I dedicate this bouquet to all those Mrs. Thompsons over there. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Thanks for giving this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you. A great, great speech, Dr. Srividya. Something with my camera also is not good. So what to say? I think that you show us, you explain us each one thing, and you are really a big motivator, as you say. So keep doing a great work, and we are really honored to have you with us in IIU and on the stage. And always, you are welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, dear. Thank you so much. Thank you. Always. It's always a pleasure being here.
So, yes, we are moving forward. We are going to India. We have a great principal. We have a great principal. I hope that other principals will be like our great principal, Radhika Srinivasan from the Q12 school, the Sri Ram Universal School from India. Welcome, respected Radhika.
Thank you. Thank you, Nada. Namaste and greetings to everyone for the World Teachers Day, International Teachers Day. India celebrates Teachers Day on September 5th, 1 month earlier than the World Teachers Day, because it is the birthday of Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, who was a great educator and a very renowned personality. So this time around, we are celebrating it the second time, 1 month later. Thank you to IIU. Thank you, Nada. We just made a connection few days back, but it already seems like we are old friends now.
Yes, yes. Because I recognize amazing persons. So when I find amazing persons, I don't let them a piece for them. I really bother them.
Thank you so much. all the erudite persons who have shared their views, Professor Myla, Professor Victoria, Dr. Srividya, going on in the same context, I'd like to share my screen.
Yes, you can.
One moment.
So today is a holiday in India.
Yes, we are celebrating Dashara, and which is a festival after 9 days of praying to the goddess, different forms of the goddess. And it's a very auspicious day to start new things and to start new learnings. So, this is a very auspicious day to start new learnings. All right. Is my screen visible?
Yes, it is great. Yes.
All right. So, starting with the theme for World Teachers' Day today, given by the United Nations, which is the transformation of education begins with teachers. So, in my presentation, I'm going to focus a little bit on what are the kinds of transformations that a teacher may need to have to go forward with making education possible in all contexts. So, namaste and very warm greetings for Dashera and for World Teachers' Day today from India, Mumbai, India. So, this is what I will be covering in my presentation a little bit today. The context, the type of transformations, the kind of things that teachers need to do. So, Dr. Srividya had a physical bouquet of flowers. I'm having a virtual bouquet of flowers. And maybe in the future, IIU may make it possible for us to exchange these flowers in person. So, on that note,
Yes, we will do that. Yes.
yes. Sanskrit is the ancient language, and Sanskrit has some very powerful words to describe a teacher. So, the English language or any other language around the world, we have just one word to say teacher. But just look at what the Sanskrit language says. The Sanskrit language says that the teacher who gives you information is called adhyapak. The one who imparts knowledge along with information is called upadhyay. The one who imparts skills is called acharya. The one who is able to give a deep insight is called Pandit. The one who has a visionary view on a subject and teaches you to think is called Drishta. And the one who is able to awaken the wisdom in you, leading you from darkness to light, is called the Guru. So, in this ancient language, there's not just one type of teacher, but so many types of teachers. And all of us, as educationists, as professionals, are somewhere on this path. We are all leading towards becoming a guru. Maybe some have already reached that path of enlightenment, and we need to learn to know more from them. So, these are very powerful words on where each teacher needs to be in her own professional and personal journey. Now, what are the different challenges of teaching in a VUCA world? We all know what's a VUCA world, but just to give you some, context, it's volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. And this is just the type of world that we all are teaching in. And why is it so volatile? Why is it so uncertain? Why is it so complex? And why is it so ambiguous? We don't know what's going to happen. The COVID pandemic happened so suddenly that we didn't have time to react, we didn't have time to plan, we didn't have time to prepare. And what are the types of challenges that we have in our classrooms today? What are the types of things that students are coming up with, that we have to deal with as teachers, as educational professionals. There is firstly, there is disengagement and boredom. The children seem to have just be disengaged with the content that is in the class. You need to have a change of stimulus every few minutes. Otherwise, the children are just bored and they are not connected with you in the classroom. It could be online, it could be offline, it could be hybrid, but this is what is happening. There is an overload of information. There's so much information available, so many sources of information, so many tabs are open on their screens. They are constantly looking up information, they are talking to each other, and there seems to be an overload of information. Of course, we don't know what's the right and what's the wrong information. That's where the role of a teacher is, to guide the students to find out what is right and wrong. No longer is the teacher expected to, you know, give knowledge or give information, but he or she has to help the students to find out the right from the wrong. There's also a sensory overload. At any point of time, students, I mean, even generally people, they are listening to some music, they are reading some book, or they are looking at a screen, or they are eating their food. So all their senses are active at all times, and maybe that is causing some confusion in your brain. Your brain is not able to make sense of all the sensory information that's coming in. There is parental and family disturbances. So many of our students, they just come to school and they tell the teachers, I just want you to listen to me. My parents don't have time. I don't have time to talk to them. They don't have time to listen to me. We barely get any time together. Can I just talk in class? And that's what manifests in class. We see the students, they want to keep talking a lot because we find that they don't have anyone to listen to. And this is what makes them, very insecure, because they don't know what's happening. Parents are sometimes fighting within earshot of their children. Uh, Parents have become very, very demanding. At least this is the scenario, in urban schools in India, that they have become very demanding. They want to know everything that's going on in the school. They want us to share the live feed from the classrooms. They want to share a minute by minute report. Why was my child not allowed to visit the washroom? Even in spite of allowing the child to go to the washroom like 10 times in a day, the student just goes back and tells the parents, my teacher didn't allow me to go to the washroom, and that's why my stomach is aching, or I'm having some problems. And sure enough, the next day the parent is coming to school and it all comes down to the principal, that we have to listen to these parents, we have to try and make sense of what they're saying, and yet ensure that we are raising good citizens for the country, for the state, for the planet. Of course, as the speakers before mentioned, that there is a lot of disparity of pay scales of teachers. In my future slides, there is one or two slides where I will be focusing on this. So, coming to the topic, what is transformation? The act or process of changing completely or totally is transformation. So, change is inevitable and transformation is needed now. So, why have they said that teachers need to be transformed to transform the education process? During the COVID pandemic, we found that even the biggest of biggest corporate companies couldn't quickly put their act together and start their daily work, but teachers had figured it out in a jiffy. One day we were physically in school, and a couple of days later, we were completely online. We were able to deliver the curriculum. We were able to take attendance. We were able to do evaluations. We were able to do experiments. We were able even to do virtual field trips. So in my school, we traveled the world virtually almost every evening. We were in a different country, in a different place. We went to Rome, from Greece to US. We had people in the US Smithsonian Museum talking to my students. We had people in the California coast speaking to my students and asking them questions. So the teachers transformed themselves so quickly that this great responsibility of transforming education and hence transforming the entire citizenry has now come on to the teachers, and they are trusted. Everyone in society knows that if transformation has to happen, it has to happen through the teachers. So this is one quote which I really liked, and I tried to find the source of it, but the source remains unknown. A good education can change anyone, but a good teacher can change everything. So if someone has a good education, that person may change. But if there is a good teacher, that good teacher can not only change the students, it can change the institution, the community, and perhaps the country. Now, really deep diving into this topic of transformation of teachers, I thought, and this is purely my opinion, that if teachers have to transform, what are the different areas or facets of transformation that they would need? First of all, I think teachers need to physically transform themselves. They need to be more agile, more healthy, alert, quick, and responsive. They are juggling so many things. They are moving from one building to another. They are on the sports field, taking them for a music class and moving them into a field trip. So you have to be very healthy. Earlier it was okay for a teacher to be just sitting in one place and doing all the teaching, but no longer so. The teacher really has to be very agile. So hence they need to take care of their own health. If teachers are not healthy, they are going to not be able to do their job, not be able to be as committed, because that physical ailment, as such, teachers suffer from so many ailments. They have back problems, they have spine problems, they have posture because they're standing, they are looking down into their books. So I think that teachers need to pay a little more attention to their bodies, to their physiology, and ensure that they are active, agile, quick, responsive, and all this will come from proper exercise and sleep. Sleep is, I think, something which we all let go of when we move into schools. We are assessing papers, or we are doing work, or we are reading up, or we're doing so many things, just like in the video also, which Ms. Srividya shared. The teacher was working at home and then connecting with the parents and giving them a report. So there's so many things that we need to do that our day stretches beyond the school day. But it's very, very important to be physically alive, alert, and healthy. The second facet for me is emotional transformation, where teachers need to be more aware, self balanced, ethical, showing integrity, and being empathetic. As I said, students are coming from very disturbed backgrounds. They're coming some from broken homes. They're coming from homes where perhaps domestic violence they've seen. So, teachers themselves need to be emotionally very strong and pass on that emotional comfort to the students in their care. So they need to be balanced themselves. They need to have mindfulness. They need to have some techniques and strategies, like Professor Victoria mentioned, to be resilient, to uh, to uh, to have to have some sense of peace. So you must have some hobby, or you must have some good uh, outlet for your emotional, because you are human at the end of it. And after doing a whole day's work, the parent is not happy, or the parent says something to you, you could get very emotional and very upset. but you need to understand that there is something beyond that. The student, your only this thing, your goal should be the students. There's going to be lots of people unhappy. Perhaps your coordinator, your supervisor, your vice principal, or your principal may have something to say. But I would say that you must think of the student who is in your care. Teachers also need social transformation. You know, ever so much they need to know what's happening on social media. I would not say that they should spend a lot of time on it, but considering that students are on social media, they should know what's happening currently. At least spend a little time to find out, put up your social image, be confident about what you are, and be a change maker. Contribute your ideas positively on social media platforms, and in that way, perhaps a positive change can come up.
Uh,
Again, most
Principal,
important
Principal
now.
Radhika, Principal Radhika, do you have a lot of more to speak? You know, we have another event after this, so we have.
No, just must 2 3 minutes.
Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I'm sorry that I interrupt you.
No problem. No problem. So, digital transformation, teachers need to be very tech savvy, versatile with computers, and conversant with newer pedagogies. Functional transformation, as I said, now teachers are playing different roles as psychologist, mentor, coach, nutritionist, and more. So, this is something which I just wanted to, since we were talking about salaries, where elementary teachers get paid the most. So obviously, these are the most progressive countries which have realized the value of teachers. This is a video, but I can skip this video if we do not have time.
Yes, yes, we don't have time. We have two speakers
Thank you.
here. Thank you. I'm sorry.
Thank
You can give us the link so we can watch it and share it.
Yes, surely.
Yes,
This
thank
is my
you.
email ID. If anyone has questions, you can send me your comments, suggestions. Thank you very much. Namaste.
Thank you. Thank you so much for a great
Congrats.
presentation. Great. Mikhail, you can say, please.
Okay, very interesting presentation, and the main interesting part, in my opinion, it was the classification of teachers with 5 or 6 types of teacher. This was very interesting because for me, in my country, guru is not viewed as a teacher. But yeah, it's very interesting to see new perspective from another parts of the world. Thank you for this information, and also for the world presentation. It was very great. Thank you.
Yes.
And again, big round of applause, please.
Yes, our great principal Radhika, really amazing. Now we are moving to Croatia, to my beautiful country. We have a great teacher from primary school. She is Ines Kutnjak-Sobocan. Welcome there, Ines. The IIU stage is yours. I'm really sorry that we are a little shorter with the time. So please give us the main insights from your presentation. Thank you. Ines, please unmute yourself.
Yes, I am. Can I can see sharing zaslona.
You need to have a share. You need to have it. You need to have it there. You see a green button, or maybe you have some problems with that. Listen, Ines, please. You can listen. You can only talk. So don't. If you can't share, no problem. You can speak.
Okay. My name is Ines. I come from Croatia. I'm a teacher of Catholic religious on education. I work in elementary school. My 15 year of work is approaching, and I remember with my colleagues the beginning of my work at school. Although time passed out, I really want the screen, share my screen, and I can see it. Can you?
No, Ines, we don't see nothing. No.
Oh, okay.
Don't be nervous. Listen, today is our days. Everything is brilliant. It is brilliant to see you. It is brilliant that you are coming from Croatia, and amazing. My country today, awards. I'm so proud. I'm a warder in my country. So, Ines, everything is okay. Big smile.
Okay. Then I can show you any picture, anything. I just wanted to say that I use it to take my own CD player, speakers, DVD to school because none of those were available to us. I was grateful when we had a TV in classroom. Seeing that there really wasn't enough technology, I used it teaching, and that is wasn't available to most of the time. I started to wonder if I could do more for my students. As I myself am not very skilled in driving, I encourage my students to drive. Time to time, again, I wish that I had kept the driving my students did. As time I went on, I started to use the internet and look it for different teaching methods so that students would remember as much as possible in school, so that their knowledge would remain and not to be flattening. I made many posters and many posters myself at home, and I still take some of them with me to the school in order to bring students closer to the topic in a creative way. For many ideas and examples, I'm grateful for the internet. I teach Catholic religious education in the lower grades of the elementary school, and from the very beginning, we learn through games and pictures. In order to bring a topic closer to the students, I use different photos that I have adapted to my teaching method. Although we live in the world full of technology, I still find showing my students a physical, touchable example of something we are speaking about very useful. Personally, I like to prepare lessons using different photos, but also insert a song, a clip from a movie, or an animated film, and some digital tasks. That's exactly why I use Spark Adobe to make my preparations. Registration is very simple. The basic version is free, and it helps a lot in our work. I'm sorry, I can't
Ines, please don't say that word no sorry. You say you are an amazing teacher. You have a specific top field subject. You are serving to the humanity. You are educating our students to the faith, to be intercultural. There is no difference between the religion. So please put your head little up to see your whole head. That is for me important. And listen, everything great. Thank you for being with us. Big clap for you. All please, a big clap for my great Professor Ines. So,
thank you.
Yes, that is, you started with stress. I said no stress today. There's no stress. Please, a big smile to all people around the world. Please say something, and I want a photo from you.
Thank you for everything. Thank you, IIU. Thank you, Nada, for that opportunity that that I'm here with you, and I wish you a happy Teachers' Day to all. Thank you for attention.
Thank you. Thank you. That is beautiful. That are beautiful words, a big smile, always. So now we have little time for a great teacher from Romania, Miss Carmel. Please, she's an amazing professor, e-twinning ambassador, e-twinning Erasmus Plus project coordinator. So our dear Carmen, please enlighten us with your words.
First and foremost, I bow with reverence and deep admiration to in front of all the educators in the world, and give you a huge virtual hug, and congratulate you on us all on our day. And in accordance, I also want to congratulate our honorable respected professors for their over comprehensive presentations. Nothing else can be added. I learned a lot of things from these presentations. I just want to show you some two short videos from our work from eTwinning project, which were were implemented during COVID lockdown, and afterwards
You
coming
can
back to
show
school.
us
Yeah.
only
Yes,
one
yes, yes, yes.
shortest.
Yeah.
So see today a beautiful collaboration between the International Human Rights Movement from Philippines. This is really a great event. I am really proud on all of you today. Amazing professors, amazing IIU.
Is it seen?
Yes, yes it is.
Okay. Oh.
It's okay.
Technique sometimes. Now I will have to change. I have prepared another. Then this one. I hope it works.
Amazing, amazing there, Carmen, really for our end, this beautiful children, these beautiful kids wishing us full of love, heart, big, and really thank you. So we come to the end of this great session. I can say a really awesome session, really honored to have you, a great collaboration. I want to thanks to our International Internship University, IIU, to our International Human Rights Movement Philippines, to our General Director, Dr. Frolian D. Mobo, to our great professors, Dr. Myla, Dr. Victoria from the Philippines for today, for this, for enlightening us with on this international conference on the World Teachers Day on the topic, the transformation of education begins with the teacher. Also, I want to thanks to our great founder for giving us the opportunity to be here today and to have this amazing event. I hope so that we will be very soon together in another event. So let's start planning a new event. Thank you, great principal Radhika. Thank you, my co-moderator Mikhail, Carmen, Dr. Srividya, and all my Ines. You were brilliant. Big clap for Croatia. No technical issues. Don't worry. It is beautiful to see you, to hear you. And that is the main thing today. And all the flowers. Thank you for the flowers. You make us day and virtual flowers, real flowers and virtual flowers. So till our next event, stay safe, stay healthy, and let's continue learning and growing together. A big, 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 big clap for all of you. Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Thank
Have
you.
a great day.
Thank you so much.
Bye.